Let's talk about the silent productivity killer in your workplace. What every company wants? High performance. Yes? Yes. Loyal employees. That is correct. And also strong growth. Definitely yes. But there is a silent productivity killer in your workplace right now. It doesn't show on spreadsheets, doesn't speak in their meetings, and doesn't wear a name tag. But it is costing your business big time. You lose money. And this killer is nothing else than the chronic low back pain. Over 600 million people are affected globally from back pain, 1/10 of the global population. In US alone, is costing 100 billion every year, mostly from, you guessed, lost productivity. Today, we'll cover how back pain quietly derails the performance of your company, how to catch the early signs, and what smart companies do to protect people and their profits. Back pain is not just someone's personal issue, the employee's issue. It is the whole business's problem. More than 50% of the employees experience back pain every year. And that leads to approximately 260 million lost workdays per year. And that means, again, 2 days per employee. Just go. And per case, back pain can cost between £6,500 to £9,000 per employee per year in your company. And yes, this minor problem, the back pain, the backache, it is a major expense. And this is the tricky part. People, employees, rarely they say that they're in pain. But this is showing on their performance. Workers with chronic back pain, they are 3 times more likely to underperform. Only 1 out of 3 of the employees say to their managers what really is going on. The rest, they just going through with pain. But their teams are noticing missed deadlines, more mistakes, and morale that is going down. But let's see this in reality. A project manager in a company started to sleep, and on details, on timetables, on focus. Leadership thought, oh, she's fine, nothing is going to pass. Turns out that she was in daily pain. And by the time that they figured it out, the whole project was off track. They lost money. So you think that this 1,000 ergonomic chair is going to solve the problem. You spent £1,000. So fast. Not so fast. This is a nice gesture to the employee, but if somebody is sitting 8+ hours a day, that's just a cushion and a bigger problem. So movement breaks of just 2 or 3 minutes every half an hour or 3/4 of an hour can reduce the strain by 30%. If you can combine that with a physio access or wellness education, that can drop the pain up to 60%. So pain costs time and pain costs money. Actually, Time is money, is it? Employees with chronic low back pain take approximately 5 to 7 extra 6 days per year. 1 week per year sickness for back pain. And also on the top of that, you have this, that we call it presenteeism, not absenteeism, presenteeism. That means that the work is there, is at work, but is working through pain. And this is 2 to 3 times more costly than sick days. Why is that? You may ask. That leads to loss of concentration, and loss of concentration is costing. Add on all that the workers' compensation claims. Back pain accounts for nearly 25% of them. This is not a small leak of money. This is a flood. Money are going out of your company all the time. Through insurances, but the premium goes up. Now, do you want to save money? Yes. Do you want to save money and do you want somebody else to help you? Do you wait for somebody to do it? No. You have to prevent it. So, early intervention can cut the chronic progression by 40%. Also, training, lifting and posture training, can also improve the potential of injuries by 20 or 30%. Return on investment, that's the important thing. Every single pound that you spend, for the companies, you save about 2 to 4 pounds. Think about it. Is approximately 400% up. This is better than most of the stock portfolios that you have. But you may ask something that is very obvious. Managers are not doctors. How do they know? Wrong. They are the people that they have the early warning. So they are the system that they take things out. So this is found when Sarah, a finance analyst, went from star performer to missing deadlines and sending messy reports. Her manager understood that and simply asked one question, simple question. Are you okay? She admitted that she was in constant pain, was not sleeping well for weeks, and she was on painkillers. With some few adjustments and physiotherapy support, she bounced back. Think about it. One question. Are you okay? This question solved the problem because increased the communication. It is found that employees that were supported are 70% more likely to speak up early. So they don't keep secrets. Early recognition of the problem also cuts the loss of the time by 50%. Then you have to go screens, desks, phones, laptops. Is there any help? The average worker works between 9 to 11 hours per day and usually is hatched like an embryo, like a human cashew nut. People, when someone talks about extra technology, as the ones that I just said, they have a fear. They cry, technology is bad. But technology is not the problem. It can be the solution. Wearables that they can track the posture can be a solution. They can improve the habits that we have by 40%. Telehealth physio, it is found that it reduces recovery by 25%. So don't fear technology. let's use technology to fix what technology broke. Sitting is killing us, and this is the problem. We engineered our offices for convenience, not for health. And this is showing to the graphs that they go down, productivity is going down. So sitting all day is increasing the chronic back pain by 50%. Active offices equals to higher productivity by 15 to 25 to 20%. So have walking meetings or flexible spaces or even micro breaks. That's the future. Turns out that moving a little in the area moves a lot in the company side. So you may say, is this only, we're talking about back pain and pain that affects our physical part? Unfortunately not, it affects the brain too. Pain affects our hormones. So pain doesn't stop at your back. That's unfortunately. That pain digs inside your mental health. People with chronic pain 2 or 4 times likely more to deal with anxiety and depression. And 1 in 5 say that they feel isolated at work. Programs that they care about both mind and body can cut the sick leave by 35%. When we treat the whole person, we fix the whole problem. Remember that. And that's another thing. Stronger backs equal stronger businesses. So let's see what's happening. In a tech company, 300 persons were working, but through the years, they had a retention issue. People were leaving. So they turned out that 40% of the staff at the end, they were suffering from chronic back pain. They invested to special equipment, sit-stand desks, on-site physiotherapy, virtual coaching, as well as gym. And 1 year later, absenteeism went down 25%. Turnover went down 40%. They were not leaving anymore. Productivity went up. So health is not a cost, it's a strategy. Look after the employees. And here's the reality. Back pain doesn't just hurt the employees, silently hurts the whole business. And this is not inevitable, as people say, no, it is fixable. So invest in prevention, train the managers, and build a culture that moves. Because again, remember, stronger backs build stronger businesses. So if this is helping you to see things differently, send this to the HR team, say it to the leadership, and follow for more ways to build a healthy, high-performing workplace. Thank you very much.